Welcome back. As we earlier said that Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli held a meeting with a number of ministers to follow up over the social protection measures launched or also recommended by the President Abdel Sisi and launched by the Ministry of Social Solidarity within the state budget for the current fiscal year. And with us live over this very important topic is Dr. Rahman, our economic and political analyst over the phone. Good morning, Dr. Abdel.
Good morning to you. Hello to the
How are you doing, sir? First of all, can you shed more light about the social safety package significance, please?
I believe that we have a very important and strong strategy to protect all the sectors of the nation, all the parts of our nation as Egyptians. We need, as a state, to get on with our reforms, economical reforms, as well as at the same time we need to protect the poor and the people who in more need for the aid of the state to have their chance to live in pride and dignity. Some very important measures have been taken not since today, not since this year. We are talking about 6 or 7 years ago. There was a base of studies and strategies that was based on 7 years ago, from now, to know exactly who is truly in need for the support of the state, and make it even better for them. With especially, we have those reforms are important to establish our economy on a strong base, not a false one, as it was before for decades in the last era. We're talking about Takaful and Karama that helped millions of people. We're talking about the measures that is targeting those who are truly in need for the support of the state. I believe that Mr. Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli is setting an example of how the state should deal with a crisis like that we had, Corona and COVID-19, as well as the Russian military operation in Ukraine, and the consequences that are heavy on any economy, not just Egypt. We're talking about worldwide.
That's true. So how can social protection programs contribute to women's financial inclusion and welfare from your own point of view?
Well, we need to work side by side. All the ministers, all the ministries, all the efforts should gather together to know exactly who is truly in need, to clarify the strategy and direct it to the people and the sectors of the nation that is truly in need for those help. We're talking about very important measures have been taken. We're talking about the increasing of the pensions. We're talking about the payrolls that repeatedly increased on a time and in an era that all the nations all around us and all the countries all around are suffering. We have set a very important example on how the state is taking the path between capitalism and socialism. We are walking on a path between them. We are not taking this side or this side. We're taking a very strong and solid steps towards our own vision, our own horizon, our own way of dealing or building our economy on bases that are not following each or any other way but our own measures to protect the people, and to have this vision, this common vision that only Egypt is setting an example with.
Right. What are the social protection measures that are being implemented on real ground to support the low-income brackets in poorer areas?
We have too many things to deal with, of course. We're talking about Takaful and Karama. We're talking about
Haya Karima.
Tackling on how to help and direct the support those are without jobs. We're talking about helping the child, helping the women, helping the people with orphans. We're talking about old generations. We're talking about children without shelter. We're talking about producing families. We're talking too many parts of our nation that truly are in need, and they are in the eye of the attention of the state.
Right, and we also have Decent Life that is very popular, and it's covering most of the governments of Egypt, not only the poorer areas, but everywhere until now. It's becoming, giving full coverage of social protection measures to the low-income brackets. How do you assess it?
Of course, we're talking about too many things here. The leadership is taking the lead of dealing with health file. We're talking about education file. We're talking about containing the increasing of the prices of some in the markets, which need very important and solid hand to deal with those who hide the goods in their safe house, and then they use it to increase the prices. We are talking about containing those who are trying to use the crisis that the whole world is going through. We're talking about many measures and many procedures taken to help and to improve the services of health and health care for millions of people. I believe that people really touch those efforts in a very important and clear way.
So how do you weigh the role of the presidential initiatives in boosting the country's economic the process itself?
Well, this is very important, of course. As I told you, we need, as a state, to stand side by side all together, not just to help people, but also to help the state, to help building our own state. This can never be taken one-sided. We need to go through this hard way together, side by side. The leadership is thinking that way, is gathering the people around it to know and to realize that we can never just pour the money of the state only to help, but to improve the lives of the people in the state, as side by side we are building our economy on a modern way. Not just for this generation, just like before. No, we're not just. You shouldn't just take a look between this very short-sighted look. We are talking about the future. We're talking about generations to come. This can never happen, but to pass this very critical stage of time, side by side, together, and with the spirit of realization that we need to go this hard path together, side by side. And I believe that each and every week and each and every month, new measures being taken, new decision being accomplished on the ground to help more people, to help those who suffer the most, and to help make their lives better. We're talking about new buildings for inhabiting for the families and people do not have this dignified homes. We're talking about helping those families without source of life to support them. We're talking about women who are either divorced or without shelter, or children without shelter, and a very critical need for help. The state is taking measures of all the nation, and we need, as I told you, we need from the people to realize that this is a hard path that we should take it together step by step, and we are not to expect to get the fruits of our efforts not just right now. But believe that we are building for the future as well as the present.
Right. And where do we see the role of civil society, especially that President Abdel Fattah Sisi have stated that 2022 of the year of civil society? Do you see the civil society here in Egypt is effecting progress on a real ground? How far have they gone?
And not yet. They have too long way to go to get up to the strategy of the state. The leadership has opened the gates for social societies to work side by side for the good of the nation, for the good of the people, not just for political agendas as they were moving for years before. It's time for them to realize that their role is to help people and to give help for those who are truly in need, not just to use their roles to serve some political agendas. This is very important. We're talking about society is making for the society associations should help the society. This is clear ways and clear look to work upon. And of course, we still too long way to go for those associations to work truly for helping people without hidden agendas or hidden purposes, and to really seek the target of we're talking about millions of people who need truly help. Unconditional help. This is the role that the leadership expects from the society association.
Right. So what is the most important charity support that was provided by the institutions for the less privileged packages of society or levels of society from your own point of view until now?
Until now, nothing that really lives up or live up to the expectations of the state. But of course, some efforts are being accomplished. We're talking about helping those families are in most need, supporting the children, supporting the crippled people. We're talking about the old people, the old generations, who are the salt of this earth. We need to take care of them. We need to care about women who are running their own lives without true support. We're talking about children that need good education, truly good education. This is a very important and significant way to build this generation to come. We're talking about helping families who are trying to find easy projects, easy financed projects, to work upon, to open the horizons of life for them. Not just going to the state to have to seek work. No, we can, as families, work, have the opportunity to have a small finance for small projects. Small projects can build the small society to make it bigger each and every day. These, of course, we can talk about helping and expanding the industrial projects with small funds and small financial help for those who have the expertise, but they don't have a chance. We have too many workers along the states. They don't have the chance to work upon their own expertise. We need to open the new factories, new finance for those associations of society should help opening new projects, small projects on a small scale for women, for men, for families to get up with all their own lives without only as we did before for decades before, just to depend on the state. We can depend on ourselves. We can go through this hard path, as I told you, together, side by side.
So what exactly needed for civil society to spend more effort? I mean, what type of empowerment should be given to civil society in order to act more and become more active when it comes to empowering the lower income brackets?
They are already empowered, and they are already having the true support of the state to help people, to help the society. Just that. This is the only and truly role for a society association. And they have each and every chance they can work upon. All we have to do is to change their way of thinking, their strategies. Their strategies should be built upon the base of helping and giving the hand and giving support, and search by themselves. Search for the people who are in need. We have seen that the state has built too many new cities, and the state has changed lives, lived in poverty for decades into a better life. Those people, the society now comes with its role to help and complete the role of the state, not just to look at the state. They do their job, and we do our own job with our own way of thinking. No, we should use our own common vision as a nation. The societies should complete the effort of the state, not just work in solidarity strategies.
Right. Dr. Amr Abdel Rahman, a political and economic analyst, would like to thank you so much, and you have a good day. And we're going to go to a short break, and we'll come to continue the breakfast show, so stay with us.